Leanne, thanks so much. Now to our big story tonight. We're fighting back for more than a dozen families getting kicked out of their homes. People who live in a Trotwood apartment complex want answers tonight after they received eviction notices for not making rent, even though they paid up. Their checks were stolen from the complex's overnight drop box. Our Annette Peagler went searching for some answers for them.
It made me feel real pressed up against the wall. No, I don't have it to just pay double rent.
This woman has been living at the Woodland Hills Apartments in Trotwood for more than a year. She didn't want to be on camera, but says she's being treated unfairly.
I found out about 2 weeks after I had paid my rent. I received a note on my door, notice to vacate. And after calling and speaking to the office manager, I was told the reason I was given that is for non-payment.
But she did pay. Her money was taken out of a drop box overnight.
I said, ridiculous. I paid you. I have a copy of my stubs. I was asked to bring a copy of my stub. I did so. At that time, I was told there was several people's rent stolen.
Captain John Porter with Trotwood Police says more than a dozen people's money orders and checks were stolen back in May, and a report was filed. Police traced those money orders and found the paid-to-order name was scratched out and cashed throughout different cities. It's now a multi-state investigation.
They were cashed on different dates. One was cashed on May 16th. And one was cashed on May 20th.
The apartment complex says it has security on this property every night from midnight to 8 a.m., including security cameras. However, there's still no evidence as to who stole those checks. I went to the leasing office to try to get these tenants some answers, but the manager was not in and the leasing agent kicked me off the property. Many of the tenants who didn't want to go on camera say they've tried to get answers from management and keep getting the runaround. With time ticking, they're hoping they can work something out before they run out of options.
The honorable thing for them to do would be to forgive the debt because it was put into their night drop. It was received. There's proof it was paid. I fulfilled my obligation.
In Trotwood, Annette Peagler, ABC 22 News.
Annette, thanks so much. And while police say the rent payment issue is a civil matter between the complex and residents, they are working with other states to try and track down the people who stole those checks. We'll be following up with the apartment's corporate office when they open up for business Monday. This story getting a lot of attention on our Facebook page. Dustin writes in, it's not their fault that the drop box wasn't secure. That's the fault of the landlord, his problem that he needs to fix. And David writes, their best bet is to pay the rent and let the police do their job. If they don't pay their rent, they can be taken to court and they will most likely lose.